Now I know that you have had a lot of bad relationships. And because of that, when something good comes, you want to move fast like you normally move, or if a call doesn't come when you wanted to, you kind of overthink, get in your head and think, well, this is the same shit. But it may not be. It may not be. If you really want something good in your life, like a relationship or something like that, you really want to get past what you've been thinking about before that has led you to self-sabotage, past relationships, or either just be totally pessimistic about anything good coming in your life. You got to understand that the universe works at its own time, and a good relationship is not only coming to you to make you happy, it's meant to teach you something about yourself. The type of things that you're going to learn from a really fulfilling relationship is you're going to learn patience, you're going to learn tolerance, you're going to learn how to not be codependent. You want someone who is not dependent on you and you're not dependent on them, but you both come together with your separate individual experiences, even trials, tribulations, and victories and successes, and you share them with each other. That type of relationship is meant to bring happiness to you through knowing that you no longer have to do this all by yourself. But that doesn't mean that you depend on that person for your happiness. That's not what it's about. And a lot of times we can tend to just rush into things, rush into judgments. And that's the self-sabotage right there. So this is a warning against self-sabotage. You never know what's going on. Don't always think the worst. And then if things don't work out, don't add that to your Rolodex of this is never going to happen for me. Because you learned something about yourself in that rejection. You learned something about yourself. Did you try to control things and you didn't even realize it? Maybe by texting too much, maybe by writing a person off too fast. Many of us have been in our isolation season. And in your isolation season, you're not used to connecting with somebody. So you may tend to overtalk, you know what I'm saying? Share too much, get a little too excited. And that thing can cause you to scare a person off who wasn't in an isolation period like you, that can't understand it, you know? And I know that you might have had a past or some insecurities about your weight, your height, your size, what people are saying about you, all these different things that might be floating around in your mind after you have that first great conversation with somebody. And then as soon as you hang up, you know, your mind goes all these different places. You got to avoid from that, because that is the mechanism of self-sabotage right there. That's the reason why it's so great to have something that you believe in greater than yourself when you've gone through a lot of bad experiences. Believe in something greater than yourself and just trust that the right thing is going to come to you. If something doesn't work out, it means it wasn't meant for you. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. And you may see that as soon as you just keep the faith, know your worth, know your value today, and that somebody will eventually see that value. And just let the universe do its thing. Let God do his thing. You know what I'm saying? And just keep it moving. One foot in front of the other. Work on yourself. Work on your job. Build your money. Do all these things. And then suddenly you might find that the person hits you up suddenly and invites you somewhere or something like that. And all your fears was like for no reason. You know, it's a funny way of like showing you to yourself and teaching you what faith is. You have to have faith in yourself. And, you know, just don't try to be fake. You know what I'm saying? Just don't try to like present like a side of yourself that's not really who you are. Because if it does work out, now you got to be that fake part of yourself. You have to be that. And that puts pressure on you. And then you end up resenting the person and they don't even know why. They're sitting there like, what the hell is wrong? They don't understand it because you were trying to create an impression that wasn't who you are. And they didn't know any better. They just trusted you. And you punished them for trusting you, you know? Don't set yourself up for failure. Patience and time has a purpose, and the purpose is to prepare you. And you have to be willing to go through that time in order to be prepared for something really good, because God is not going to bring you this beautiful person into your life if he thinks that you're going to just trash their self-esteem or their self-worth and take it for granted, take the person for granted. A lot of the bad relationships that we had, there was something we did. Maybe we chose the wrong person and there were signs early that would have showed us. Maybe we didn't work on our past and expected somebody to just take on our garbage. And if they didn't take on our garbage, then we wanted to punish them for it, hold back from them. Or we play little dating games like, I'm not going to text them right away. Somebody of value, you're just going to say, I'm not going to text them right away. If it's somebody of value, they don't care about those dating games. I'm telling you. If it's somebody of value, they don't want those dating games. Somebody said something to me that really opened my eyes the other day. It was a woman that said to me, I like when a man compliments me. And I was so surprised because I'm so used to women like rejecting you as soon as you give them a compliment. It was like, wow. It was like a revelation. Like, women really do like compliments. And you know what? Men like them too. You know what I'm saying? We like compliments too. Just because somebody's walking around and they're confident and stuff like that doesn't mean that people are telling them they look good. It doesn't mean that people are telling them they're smart. People are telling them that they have a lot going for them. You know, people are not telling anybody anything to make them really feel good about themselves or to confirm that they're really doing a good job. No good job, no like way to go. Know you're doing good. I know a lot of people that are very attractive that don't get dates. They're not dating anybody because people want to like quote unquote humble them. Like just because somebody is walking around feeling confident. And so people are like ignoring them and stuff like that. But you know what? That's for a reason too. Because like I was saying, rejection is God's protection. If those people didn't do that, they might have pursued somebody and then just messed up their life. Because if somebody is willing to do that to you and you didn't do anything to them, if somebody's willing to like ignore you purposely, that's not somebody that you would want to be in a relationship with, because that represents the level of confidence and self-esteem that that person has. So it is actually literally protection. You know, just keep the faith. Realize that no one can take from you what is meant for you. And that anything good, really good, takes time. And right now we're in Mercury retrograde season. And this does not mean it's a terrible time to find a relationship. It means that there may be delays. There may be miscommunication. There needs to be extra communication during this time. It also means that past people may try to come back, but they may not even be coming back because they really want you. They may just be coming back to try to stop you from moving forward in something. You know, your old ex sometimes has like a spider sense if you are finding somebody in your life that you will be happy with. And you got to understand, when they come back, sometimes that's all it is. They want to come and disrupt so that they can take, you know? So there's a couple jewels, you know what I'm saying, from somebody that's walking it, just not talking it, you know what I'm saying? And going through that. Happiness is just right around the corner. That means something different for everybody that's listening, because you don't know, I don't know, how long it's going to take for you to really have faith in yourself, to really clear out the things from the past so that you can be a healthy person to contribute to somebody else's life. If you're not doing that, 9 times out of 10, you're going to find somebody that is unhealthy like you. And that's just going to be a bunch of drama. Or either you're going to find yourself in something that's short-lived, a rejection, because the person will probably sense that you're not going to do anything but bring hardships and drama to their life. So this period is meant for you to work out that hardship and drama so you don't bring it to somebody else's life, and you can like remove it from yours. And that'll teach you boundaries as well, because then you won't want to accept that from somebody else. Faith was restored with me when I heard that, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a person, my love language is affirmations, you know? I like to tell a person what I see about them. It makes me feel good. And if they can believe me and trust me, it'll also make them feel good. And, you know what I mean? It's a great thing when somebody will accept your compliments. It's a great thing. It doesn't happen very often. So when it does, take it as a blessing. All right. That's all I got. Y'all have a good one.